So defined outcomes, another pet peeve. Too often we see websites or analytics installations where basically there's no goal set up. So you really need to define your outcomes. You need to sit down and think about what the purpose of the website is. I know that sounds very basic and rudimentary, but there's many people that haven't done it, many organizations, or maybe they're not aware that they can translate those goals into Google Analytics. So in this case, rather than recreate the wheel, I want to point you to a tool from Avinash Kaushik. He's the digital marketing evangelist at Google.
And for those of you who don't know Avinash, Theo and I have been fortunate enough as part of the Google Analytics Certified Partner Program. Each year we go out to the Googleplex, spend a week there very intensively, going over all of the new functions, features, and tools within the Google Analytics platform, including what's on the horizon for the year ahead. And Avinash is always a part of this week-long session, and he's quite the character. Not only, as Theo mentioned, is he a digital evangelist, which I think you have to work for Google to have some of these cool titles.
I'd like that title.
But he also, he's a really funny guy, and he's quite the visionary. But he is excellent, and you certainly, there's his website. You can look him up. He is excellent at really honing in on helping marketers to focus on what's important, which isn't just about data, as hopefully we've tried to explain today. Getting the data is great, but what are you going to do with the data is what's really exciting and important. And so if you're not familiar with Avinash, I'd encourage you to go watch a video, and I'm just going to forewarn you, he is quite the character.
Yeah, definitely. So there's also a shortened URL here, which should take you directly to this page. But it's a step-by-step walkthrough of really getting everybody together and thinking about not only these high-level objectives and these macro goals, but micro goals and all of the different things that break out from this. I very highly recommend that you kind of walk through that process as an organization. So once you're done with that and you know why you have a website and what the objectives of your marketing are, you need to set the stuff up in Google Analytics. And I'll suffice it to say that we don't have time to walk through goal creation, but I do want you to know that it is in the admin section. There is one thing I would like to just point out here, that when you go to set up a goal, that Analytics, and remember, red is bad and green is good, Analytics says that it's optional. And I tell you, it is not optional. You need to define values for all these interactions. Somebody fills out a lead, how much is that worth to your organization? If you can't figure that out, then just pick a number, $1, $10, $100, something, and then work from there. It's very important that you start to think about what these interactions are with. So goal value is not optional. Now, that said, there is one exception. If you are setting up a goal that matches, let's say, an e-commerce receipt page, and you're using e-commerce functionality in Google Analytics, then that's the only time you would not want to put a goal value in here. You don't want to inflate your conversion numbers, and that would. So put in a goal value. A couple of things it does for you, and I'm showing you the traffic. One of the traffic sources report here is that you start to get this metric that's calculated when you have numbers here, a per visit goal value. So you can look at all of your marketing initiatives and get a feel for what is more effective one over the next at a glance. The other thing you get is the value of some of your pages. And so basically what happens, Google will take those pages in the session that led to a conversion and look at those unique page views and divide up the value between each of those pages so that you get a feel for what pages are involved in conversions